Hey everyone, welcome to another Zwift Race Analysis video. This is the Zwift Insider Rebel Race series. This is one of the last races in the series, and we are racing one lap of Watopia's Waistband, a course that I'm pretty familiar with, and it's a fast and flat course. There are a few punchy climbs in here and there, but other than that, it's a pretty mellow race. So here you see me turn on my power up so I can get a new power up. I end up getting a feather, which is not the most useful. And since my draft power up is still going, I decided to just do a small attack to see what I can do to help spread the group out and maybe get rid of some of the sprinters. So here you see me going right off the front, because why not? YOLO. And you can see that I am starting to get a gap on the rest of the group. I have opened up a gap of 1 second, and right now I don't have much energy left in my legs. I'm already pretty tired because I've been doing a lot of racing and riding recently, so I'm a bit fatigued. And the gap is now growing to 3 seconds. I know that it's probably going to go down once we go on this downhill, then make the turn onto the dirt, but I'm just trying to separate the group and see if anyone will join me. I thought that there would be some riders who wanted to join and try to do a breakaway, but apparently there weren't many, and I was left all alone by myself. So I decided to just do this for a few more minutes, then just call it quits and drop back to the group. You can see that the main pack is starting to do a small surge, so they are going to catch me, which is pretty much guaranteed. And the gap is going down from 3 seconds down to 2 seconds, and this is where I pretty much just gave up and I let the rest of the riders catch up to me. Right here you're going to see everyone just like fly right by me. I don't really bother to immediately surge back on. I wait until the main group comes before surging back on, because I know that it'll be hard to catch on to the front few riders rather than catching on to this main big block here. The group still has around 35-ish riders. The group started with around 50 at the beginning of the race, so a bunch of riders did get dropped, and it is not looking the best for me, but I'm thinking that I still have a shot at this race. Right now I'm just chilling in the main pack of the group, and I am trying to just conserve all the energy I can so that I have a better shot at the finishing sprint. Here there's a little bit of separation, so I do a small surge. It's because there is one rider who is going off the front right now. The group pretty much ignores the rider because chances that we're going to reel the rider back in are extremely high, especially with the small little kicker that we're going to go up in probably around a minute. That's where riders will likely surge and end up catching that rider. As expected, the rider was caught, and right now we're just chilling because everyone is waiting for someone to make a move, and everyone's just trying to conserve all the energy they can. Most riders here probably have an arrow or truck boost. The feather power up, if they had it, they likely already used it, but I'm saving mine because I need every last benefit on the finishing sprint. Coming up the short little climb here, no one's really surging. We've got 1.2 miles left in the race, now 1.1 miles in the race. I'm just sitting into the group right now, conserving all the energy I can, as I stated earlier, and no one's really making a move. You can see one rider use their truck boost. Probably not a smart idea to use it at this point of the race because you're going to need it in the finishing sprint. Traditionally on the Fugo Flats finish, what riders normally do is they immediately start sprinting when the sprint starts. What I've learned is a better idea is to start surging when those riders start sprinting, and just really use the benefit of the draft Then around midway through the sprint, just give it everything you have to the line, and that will pretty much gain you a bunch of space, a bunch of places, while the other riders who used their energy earlier in the sprint are already burnt out and dropped. So here you can see that I am starting to surge. I'm making my way through the group to stay in the top 10 riders or so, and then right here is where I decide that I am going to turn my power up on and start my sprint. I immediately start sprinting, and I don't have much left in the tank. I'm thinking that this could end pretty well, but then I start seeing riders with aero boost behind me, and they're just flying right by. At this point, my legs were dead, and I knew this wasn't going to be a very good finishing place for me, and it definitely was not going to get me a Zwift power gain because the ranks were not the best to begin with, so I would need a really high place to get a gain. So I ended up getting 9th place on the Zwift results, 8th place on Zwift power because one rider got a DQ, and I did not get a Zwift power gain. I had a score of 230, but overall it was a pretty fun race, and I enjoyed trying to do an attack earlier in the race. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and see you out on the road.